We're here live at the American Airlines Arena with the crowd going crazy. You'll see Los Angeles and the Miami Heat. It's what you've been waiting for. 2K Sports and the NBA present our Wednesday afternoon affair. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. Tip-off goes to the Lakers. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Drummond. LeBron James is out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Stuckey in at the 2 spot. Now here's Stuckey. Here's the floater. He lays it in.
And a lot of teams are looking for coaches that embrace analytics and look at data-driven approaches. Coach Scott is not one of those guys. He's an old-school coach who goes with his own perception.
And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ballgame. Oladipo, the pass to Bosh. Shot is off, so the Lakers will take it the other way. LeBron kicks to Stuckey. Lakers passing it around, and it's Drummond missing. And former coach of the year, Byron Scott, now with the Lakers. And as you said, Greg, he's not an analytics guy. Clark, I think he's a guy that the eye test for him is huge.
Yeah, he feels a lot. Terrific communicator and storyteller. Great experience as a player and as a champion. And I think that all is evident in his coaching style.
The thing about Sam Dalembert, he has been an outstanding defender over the course of his career. Really, guys, the consummate rim protector.
With great length and quickness with timing as a shot blocker. Ended last season 8th on the all-time blocks list among active players.
First free throw is good.
You know, going back to Dalembert, only 32 games played last season for him. It was the fewest games played in his career. Amazingly, though, he still averaged over 1 block and 5 rebounds in just 17 minutes a game.
Dalembert, 2 free throws.
And when you talk about Dalembert, he really remained the same guy throughout his career. A rebounder, defender. Offensively, he was mostly dunks, not many assists. A guy who could impact the game while playing with his limitations. And really not everyone can do that.
That's now 4 misses on their first 5 attempts. Still trying to find the rhythm and flow here offensively.
Bosh, the screen. A wide open look here for Oladipo. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Oladipo's got his first 3 points of the game. Mark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Stuckey dishes to LeBron. Davis sets a screen. Off the pick. LeBron, good.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Now here's Dragic. Screen by Dalembert. Oladipo, the pass to Dalembert. Oladipo outside. 5 to shoot. Dragic with a wide open look. That one wide left.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
From 8, in deep, Drummond drops it in. Drummond's got his first basket.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Oladipo outside. Bosh hits the pick for Oladipo. Outside Bosh. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Now here's Schroeder, guarded by Oladipo. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
After a rookie season in which he really struggled, Dennis Schroeder made big strides shooting at around 44% in the early going two. And it's Drummond missing.
And for Schroeder, not a great outside shooter yet. He's an attack guard. Blinding speed. Very slippery. Eel-like. He gets into that lane and can make a defense collapse in a heartbeat. That alone is where his value is right now.
Here's Dragic following the basket by Rodney Stuckey. Oladipo goes in. Can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Stuckey. Lakers leading by 4. Shooter kicks to LeBron. Davis sets a screen. James dishes to Davis. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Here's Oladipo following the basket by Anthony Davis. Just 5 to shoot, and it's Dragic off the drive. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
That's an impressive spin move there, Kevin. I wasn't expecting him to show handles like that.
Shooter kicks to Davis. Lets it go from 11. Miami grabs the miss. Dallenberg's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Outside Dragic. He feeds it to Bosh. Screen by Dallenberg. Drummond working against Bosh. Back to Dragic. Wide open. And Davis pulls it down.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Schroeder with the ball. Now guarded by Dragic. The drive by...
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Now, here's Oladipo. Dishes it to Dallenberg. Comes up empty down low. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 13-4 run right now. James, the pass to Schroeder. James, a screen on Oladipo. No one near James as he lets it go. Rebound by the Heat. Dragic with it. Butler kicks to Bosh. And here's Dallenberg. Passes to Butler. Good work defensively by Stuckey.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
Now, here's Oladipo. After LeBron James's miss. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Miami no good on that time either. Lakers leading by 6. LeBron kicks it over to Schroeder. They set the pick. Pass to Davis. Drilled from 11 feet out. Davis has got his 2nd basket of the game.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
And guys, Andre Drummond has made quite an impression in the early stages of his career. Clark, you were just talking about that. Greg, I don't think anyone felt he would have such an impact this fast.
Yeah, I mean, he's already a mountain of a man among boys. I mean, it's hard to believe when you look at this guy out there. He's only 22 years old.
Group in for the Heat. Kelly Olynyk checked in for Dallenberg. Bielitsa comes in for Chris Bosh. Shane Battier is checked in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Iguodala in for Victor Oladipo. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Marc Gasol's checked in for Andre Drummond. Markieff Morris comes in for Davis. Wesley Matthews checked in for James. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Rodney Stuckey. Now here's Dragic on the wing Battier. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic.
Going back to Andre Drummond, some say there aren't any true centers entering the NBA these days. But I look at Andre, I look at DeMarcus Cousins, Joel Embiid, Karl Anthony Towns, and I think to myself, what are these people talking about?
Here's Schroeder following the basket by Shane Battier. Here's Gasol. Rebound by Bjelica. The Heat trail by 6.
And talking about Andre Drummond, I remember when he fell to number 9 on draft day. All sorts of experts were making excuses as to why. But even then, there was this eerie feeling that some teams had made a huge mistake in passing on him. And that feeling turned out to be correct.
Now Schroeder, after the missed 3 from Iguodala. Matthews, no one around him, drains it from beyond the arc. Matthews has got himself on the board with 3 there. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Iguodala outside. It's rebounded by Schroeder.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Here's Gasol. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Lakers?
Well, they've come out of that locker room with the hot hand. Those jumpers have been falling for them.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
They throw good, Gasol.
And Marc Gasol, surprisingly nimble for a 7-footer. He really moves his feet well at both ends of the floor.
Gasol hits them both. And when you look at Marc Gasol now versus when he came into the league, remarkable how that body of his, Clark, has transformed.
Kevin, he changed his diet and he dropped a bunch of weight. Believe it or not, he even grows vegetables at his house. He's really gone all in on the transformation of his body.
Clark, good information.
Yes, sir. That's what we do. That's what we do here. Info and entertainment.
Freed up, nice work off the bit.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know, he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Here's Morris. Can't get it to go. And it's Miami the other way. 3-on-3. Battier dishes to Dragic. Shot from 16, and that's good for 2. Dragic has got his second bucket. Lakers leading by 6. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, when Byron Scott and I had a chance to catch up a few minutes ago, he told me he's a fan of Andre Iguodala, especially the way he's developed his outside shot. He said that was one weakness. He could do everything else, pass, handle, and finish. And boy, what a defender. But now that he's developed that jump shot, there are really no weaknesses in his game. Guys, that makes it awfully tough to deal with a guy who can impact the game in that many ways. Back to you.
Thank you, Doris.
Well, clearly the Lakers were not a great team. I mean, they did have one of their better bench units last season. They led the league in points off the bench, but that was more an indictment of the quality of the starters than the firepower of the bench.
1:30 left here in the first quarter. Schroeder passes to Morris. Offside Gasol. Lets it go from 11. And it's Miami with the rebound. Dragic has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Last year, the Lakers did have some firepower off the bench. A lot of players would see their roles shift during the year, as you might expect, the team trying to find the right combination.
They were also near the top in the league in bench minutes played. So whether you start or come off the bench last year in L.A., you'll see plenty of action.
Schroeder kicks to Morris. He dishes it to Gasol. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Now here's Dragic. Just 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Schroeder. And they're on the break. Here's Morris. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
One second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Iguodala. Outside Dragic. Just 5 to shoot. Pulls it up. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Does it for the first quarter. Lakers lead by 6. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And of course, as we've always seen with LeBron James, it's not just about the numbers, but his tremendous, tremendous leadership.
I put all the pressure on me to be better and come through for my teammates. This is the position I put myself in. It's the position I put our team in, and as the leader and the guy that goes out there and make things happen, that's the way it's going to be.
Well, that there is straight talk from a man who does not pretend. LeBron James with a textbook example of how to take responsibility and lead.
And Kevin, that's why he is the king. He doesn't say, hey, I'm just one of the 5 guys. No, he knows who he is and what he has to do. Bottom line, he's the man. Climb on my shoulders, and I'm going to take you to the promised land.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
And it's really about limiting their mistakes. And early on, they've been able to do that here in the first.
And guys, I like what I've seen from them on the other end, forcing a few giveaways, and that's allowed them to widen that turnover mark.
Taking a look at the Lakers. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Rodney Stuckey. And there's Davis. Then there's Andre Drummond. And it's LeBron in at the 3 spot.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
No good on that one. Drummond, a bit of a disappointing season last year. Not so much in play, but people wanted to see a bigger leap from him. Now, his numbers are still pretty jaw-dropping, but I think he's got so much there to give.
He has a lot of potential, Kevin. And listen, I don't think his play was bad. He just had such huge expectations to live up to. I mean, player development is not a straight line, and it would have been very hard to have him take another huge leap forward. Sometimes you have that sophomore jinx. But I'm expecting a big year from him this season.
Bosh misses. Lakers leading by 4. Schroeder kicks to James. There's the 3. They get the rebound. Drummond. Misses from short range. The Heat shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Battier, the pass to Bielitz. Good ball movement here by Miami. Here's Bosch. Oh, yes, the turnaround. Bosch has got 4 this quarter.
Crisp pass into the paint.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. LeBron drives in. And it's Drummond missing.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Battier dishes the ball. No good. That would have tied it.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Samuel Dalembert is checked in for Miami. And the Lakers also making a change. Smith is checked in. And Oladipo kicks to Battier. The pass to Butler. All alone. Here's Bosch. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Andre Drummond picks one up.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Well, a scary moment for Chris Bosh last year. Had to be shut down, Greg, as we all know, for the season after a blood clot was found in his lung.
You know, and Kevin, it really puts basketball in perspective. I mean, it happened right after the trade deadline, and obviously a huge blow to the Heat in terms of their push for the postseason. But fortunately, it looks like he's going to make a full recovery and have a huge impact this season.
Free throw good. Bosh.
You know, the Heat never really came back after losing Bosh. His presence on both ends of the floor is hard to replace, and they missed him a bunch.
And it's tied up with that one.
Hey, guys, I know I speak for everybody. Glad to see Chris Bosh back out on the floor. I mean, blood clots can be a very scary thing for anyone. And I think everyone is happy he's been able to make a full recovery.
The feed to Stuckey. Here's Drummond. And Dalembert pulls it down. Dalembert's got his 4th rebound in this one. There's the dish to Battier. Back to Oladipo. Bosh against Davis. Teardrop shot. The kick outside to Butler. Pass to Dalembert. Stuckey against Oladipo. 6 to shoot. Miami needs to get a shot off. Butler missing again.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
James outside. Outside, Davis. He kicks it to Drummond. The Lakers have shot 3 of 5 at the foul line.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
And it's something they know that if they improve, can really have a big impact on their success.
Some people think LeBron's athleticism, Clark, has declined over the last few years. He might be the first to admit it. He still looks terrific, though.
Well, he's, you know, that's a natural progression for any player, even if you are LeBron, but he's still an elite athlete by NBA standards. That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Lakers have gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. Davis sets a screen. James, the pass to Davis. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. And that's now 6 points for Anthony Davis. The Heat have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Out to the wing. Bosh against Davis. Outside Butler. The kick out to Oladipo. Anthony Davis with the rebound.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow it.
LeBron outside. And there's Drummond. That's good on the assist by LeBron. And it's a 4-point Laker lead. Heat shooting only 32% from the field. Plenty of signs of struggle by this offense today. Oladipo outside. D'Alembert with the screen on Stuckey. Oladipo against Stuckey. Just 5 to shoot. Good on the shot. D'Alembert's got 6. The Lakers shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. James against Betty. LeBron dishes to Drummond. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Good. That's now 8 points for Chris Bosh.
I really like the fact that he's getting the touches he needs here after not scoring a single point in that first quarter.
Stuckey kicks to Drummond. J.R. Smith on the way. Feeds to Davis. From 13. And Drummond throws it down.
This guy is a beast on the board.
And when he gets those second chance points, G8, he does not waste one of them.
And you know what? It's always going to be a powerhouse finish with him. We know that for sure.
And it's Butler missing.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
Now here is Davis. Jimmy Butler unable to get his last shot to go. Shot clock at 6. And it's Drummond with the jam.
That's what I like, a nice, strong finish inside.
That's what he does. He's got that dunker mentality.
My goodness, physicality personified right there. Able to just go up and finish over the biggest defender.
Now here's James. Stuckey right side. Here's Davis. And it's good. Davis has got 8 points.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
And Rodney Stuckey, a combo guard out of Eastern Washington, played a big role for the Pacers a season ago.
Give it up for your Heat Dancers. Change here. Dragic is checked in. The Lakers also making some changes. Gasol comes in for Andre Drummond. And Lance Stevenson subbed in for Anthony Davis. The Heat trail by 8. You were talking about Stuckey. He did play well in his first year with the Pacers. Clark, he helped them as a starter and off the bench.
Yeah, really had his most efficient year scoring the ball to date. And more than his scoring and what he brought on the court, his presence in the locker room and professionalism. We talk to the people around the Pacers. He was a breath of fresh air on a team that has a number of fresh air guys. Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
It's stolen by Dragic. Puts it up from 15. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
The defensive backboard has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part. And I'm not talking about leaving count.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively, they desperately need a basket.
Shot to stop the drought. Offensive rebound. Here's Bosch. No good with the layup.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Smith kicks to Gasol. He feeds it to Stuckey. 6 on the shot clock. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Well, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Down low. Got it, and the Laker lead has been cut down now to just 6, and the basket from Jimmy Butler.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
Now here's James. Beyond the arc. Another miss by LeBron. Heat shooting a cool 28% in the second quarter. Butler passes to Dallenberg. Here's Bosch. That doesn't go either for Bosch.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Stuckey outside. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. And it's 6 points for Rodney Stuckey. Comes in for Chris Bosh. And it's Iguodala in for Victor Oladipo. The Lakers also changing it up. Markieff Morris is checked in for LeBron. Contavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for J.R. Smith. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Rodney Stuckey. There's a screen. And Butler, here we go. The shot no good.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been healthy at all.
Dragic against Gasol. Here's Morris. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. And the Lakers lead by 10. Heat shooting 31%. Not looking sharp offensively, to say the least. Kicks to Iguodala. To the wing right side. To the middle. Outside Butler. On the arc. Butler can't get that one to fall.
He's been wayward and just off about everything he's put up in this period.
Caldwell-Pope pushes to Schroeder. From outside. And it's the Heat with the ball. Trailing by 10. Greg, after a run of 10 playoff trips in 11 years, the Miami Heat missing the postseason last year. They'd end up getting back to the 8th spot.
What's hard for them, Kevin, is that they were in the playoff picture for most of the year. And as the season wore on, they slowly fell out of that top 8.
You know, guys, for the greater part of last season, it appeared as though the Heat were playoff bound. Even with the players they lost,
to Iguodala. Near the three-point line, it's Dragic. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala. 6 points for Goran Dragic. Lakers leading by 9. Under passes to Caldwell Pope. Gasol, a screen on Iguodala. Caldwell Pope kicks to Morris. Rebound by the Heat.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there. I'm sure he appreciates it.
Now here's Iguodala. Shot from 12. Morris with the rebound.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
It's been a difference maker for them in this game. That's what's put them in front.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Now here's Dragic. He has 6. Butler on the way. He's covered by Matthews. Butler goes in. Hands the shot from the wing.
Well, they're not shooting as many from outside here in the second quarter.
They were shooting well early on. I like their spacing. I think they should get back to that.
Slater kicks to Gasol. The jump hook. Shot is off. What a shot!
Fans are loving it, Kevin. What a shot!
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Lakers ahead. They're up by 6. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thanks, Kev. LeBron, it was looking very easy for you out there. What's been the key to how well things have gone for you so far?
We're just doing a good job of executing our game plan. We know it's going to be a great defensive team, so we just got to continue to move, work our offense, and try to get as many easy points as we can.
Patience, always so crucial. LeBron, thank you. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, Doris, much appreciated. And now for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. It's the Lakers out on top at halftime. They have a 6-point lead. Kenny, what did you see from them?
Well, they're playing some unselfish basketball here tonight, Ernie. Guys aren't trying to take the defense 1-on-5. They're moving the basketball and finding the open man. And then, of course, the open man is finishing, so no problem here tonight.
And over to Shaq. What'd you think about Miami?
They got to get more aggressive on the glass. Over the first half, we saw them being schooled down low. You know what I'm going to say, Ernie. Barbecue chicken. If I was coach in the locker room right now, they'd be getting an earful. Extra rebounding. Effort will pay off in other ways. The energy is really where it starts. Something like that, Ernie.
All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.